Hello, and welcome back to another Rust Toy Reviews video. Today we're going to look at the re-release of the Diamond Select Toys Moon Knight. I did see the reveal of the Blade figure, and I'm very curious about that one. Definitely pre-ordered it. And this is a re-released figure over here. You could tell, older stuff going on here, big base, different articulation than what we're used to seeing with their more contemporary figures, but beautiful artwork right there on the side. And does it say, oh, I can't tell, Marte? I don't know who the artist is, but yeah, looks very cool to me. Nice artwork right over here on the back too, so very nice looking. I like it. And then nothing on the side, top or bottom. Big thanks to Diamond Select for sending this my way. So I've been meaning to talk about this for a minute. I figured today would be the day. So let's get to it and open this thing. So here's the figure out of the box. And, it's an old figure. You're looking at something that I think originally came out in 2006. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we get a couple accessories over here that I like. You can see we get the base. Let's look at the base first because I do like the sandy look on these stones and everything. Really nice looking paint apps. I think it looks beautiful actually. I really like that a lot. The sandy dirt right here, it looks more like mud than sand. But these right here, yeah, the brick and everything just looks fantastic. Awesome. I got a new email. I forgot to close that down. Sorry. No copyright written at the bottom over here. I was hoping to find that. But you also get these two different moonerangs. I don't remember there being a significance of, about the color of the moonerangs. If there is, let me know. But yeah, you get one gold, one silver. Looks like it's the same exact sculpt for each, just redone in different colors. No interchangeable hands with the figure. I'm going to go with the gold. Get the one left hand that has a pose for throwing a moonerang, and that's kind of it. It's tricky to get him to hold this too. Yeah, let's try again, but with the silver, so I don't have to go looking for it. There it goes. So, dang, he dropped it out. Ultimate solution. 2 moonerangs in one hand. There you go. So that works best for me. I'm going to keep it like that. I actually like the way that looks too. So as far as the figure, it's old school, man. I mean, I'm not expecting one of the newer styled Marvel Select figures with this one. You know what I mean? Like, I knew what I was getting into as soon as I cracked this thing open. But I gotta say, I like the design of it. I like how rugged and how much paint we see mixed in here. There's a lot of details in here. I like how that mask looks. I see, some consistencies here with the Disney Plus design a little bit, This has a little bit more of that mummy wrap kind of vibe. Even though you could still see like suit stretching and muscles, but a lot of horizontal lines in here that are kind of reminding me of the Disney Plus series. I just recently reviewed the Disney Plus Marvel Legends figure on the Shartimus Prime channel, and that kind of made me think of this one. I've had it for a little bit, and yeah, I do get the action figure guilt. If I get sent something and I don't talk about it, I do feel bad about it. I try to talk about the things that I say I want to talk about, you know what I mean? But regardless, better late than never, and the details are remarkable. Like, I really like how the details look. I'm not a big fan of how the anatomy came out, These lats, whatever, I mean, wow. Yeah, that looks, it's a little... It's a little gross. It looks really far off from what you would actually really see. But again, I like the horizontal lines sculpted throughout, and legs have these nice gold trims right over here. Nice boot detailed peg holes. The cape looks okay. You get a little bit of a moon shape kind of thing going on right there. If this thing will focus for me, there you go. You can see how it's got a moon shape, and I like that. I think that's pretty rad. Here's looking at the back of it. I also like the paint too. So would have liked to have seen, well, they're never going to do soft goods, I think. But yeah, I like the idea of getting a soft goods cape. As far as articulation goes, it's pretty limited. Again, older. I think this originally came out 2006. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you get side to side movement. It will look up and down, and you can't really move the cape around. It's stationary. So very tricky to move that face. It moves up and down and sideways a little though. Shoulders will move outward, move them down, move forward. And then, I'm going to use this arm right here. Back, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. Then the wrist rotation, no hinge, waist cut, no upper torso articulation. And then you get these ball joints right here at the hips. So you can move them outward. That's the most I've moved that one. I don't want to break anything. Moves forward, back, upper thigh cut, single jointed knee meets about 90 degrees. Ankles move down. They do move up, and they have really weak old school ankle pivot. I feel like I'm going to snap this before it actually loosens up on me, but it's like that old school like Toy Biz style rocker, which I have a feeling that this was like probably designed by somebody who was working with not Hasbro, but Toy Biz Marvel Legends at the time. Because this, I'm pretty sure, was developed around the time when we had Hasbro Marvel Legends, and there was a serious difference between Marvel Selects and Marvel Legends at that time, I thought. But anyway, let's get to measuring this thing out. This Marvel Select Moon Knight, it does stand at about 7¼ inches tall. And tape measures can be hard, man. Forgive me. And you can see we have another old school Marvel Select figure right here. We have Cyclops. I saw the announcement of the Iceman. Definitely pre-ordered that. I hope they get a new Cyclops figure out there. Maybe a Jim Lee style one would be pretty badass to see from Marvel Select. I also wanted to compare this Taskmaster figure next to Moon Knight, because they're about the same size and everything, but what a badass of a figure this one is. Jesus. Yeah. Wow. God, I love this thing. This figure, talk about holding up. Such a badass. And then I wanted to compare this Moon Knight next to the Boris Karloff mummy figure from NECA Toys. So you could see a little bit of that mummy inspiration right there with the figure. Then you can see this back there. Ooh, I should get that mummy accessory pack. But yeah, I don't know. Just thought that looked kind of neat. And we have the Marvel Legends Moon Knight. See how it has a little bit more of that, or the Marvel Select has a little bit more of that kind of influence to it, as opposed to the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends figure that's like just all flat white and everything. So I like the details in this one right over here. And lastly, you could see him next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. There you go. All right, so, it's not for everybody. And these figures, I always see, like, these old school Marvel Select figures to be for those that are just, like, really diehard fans of the characters that really want a specific look, because you cannot get a whole ton of articulation out of this thing. Like, it's just not in the cards for this older style Marvel Select figure, but it does look neat. And it has a lot of cool things to admire about it, I do like the sculpted details. The paint apps and the sculpted details are my two favorite things about it. The anatomy is atrocious to me. It looks really weird, but it still looks cool. So I would save this for the diehard Moon Knight fan for sure. Because it's like, it depends on how bad you want this in your Marvel Select shelf. Also, if you're a diehard Marvel Select collector, you're going to want this too. So it's, I don't think it's going to capture the desires of the average collector, but there's definitely people out there that are going to want this on their shelf. So I'm curious to know what you think. Like, for me personally, I don't think I didn't pick this up. This was given to me by Diamond Select. So for me, like, it's been a pass because I'm not that much of a diehard Moon Knight fan. But for other people, I could see how they would jump on this. So I like having it. I like adding new characters to my Marvel Select shelf. So I'm stoked to still have it, but at the same time, not a must get. Let me know what you guys think. I'd like to read your comments, so leave a comment down below. And I hope you liked the video, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.